welcome back to Carschool Confessions. We're on episode 5. I'm Francis and we've got
Vicky and Kate.
So welcome to another episode of the podcast. Guys, we've got some serious stuff to discuss this week. We've got some more Never Have I Evers. We've got some more confessions. We've got some more icky behaviour. And we've got best cars. Because last time we were talking about the worst cars. So this time we want to hear what cars are the best. Let's start with Kate. I know you've got some really good Never Have I Evers.
Oh my gosh, we have, we've got some really good ones. So we've had one in, I'm going to keep them anonymous again because I think it's only fair.
How bad are these?
Can you
imagine? Well, can you imagine if we do have any repercussions from this? And I'm thinking, So this one, never have I ever scraped my dad's white car on the side of the house and coloured it in with Tipp. How bad's that? Bad that. What would your dad do? Would he go mad?
Yeah.
Notice.
I think, no, do you know what? Do you know what my dad would be more mad about? He would be more mad that I didn't just come in and say what I'd done.
Yeah.
He would be more mad that I'd put Tipp on the car, I think.
Imagine if it was actual, like one of those Tipp pens, not actual Tipp.
Oh, like the mouse ones?
Little Tipp mouse. I'd be colouring the whole car.
Depends how big the dent is. If it's massive,
yeah.
5 bottles of Tipp all over the bonnet.
But like, is that not going to come off in the
It probably would do, wouldn't
like,
it?
In the wash, like not in the washing machine, like in the car wash.
Maybe we'll have to get back in touch and say, did your dad find out what happened?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good idea. This one's come from a driving instructor. Never have I ever done an illegal U-turn in front of a police car and got pulled over with a learner with me.
Oh, that must be so
driving?
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never got pulled over on a lesson. No. That would be the worst. You'd be mortified.
You always feel like you've done something wrong with this police behind there, don't you? You're sitting there and you're like, you're doing nothing wrong, but...
Yeah, I'm always like looking in my mirrors like, have I done something? Am I a brake light out? I accidentally beeped at the police before. So I was at a set of traffic lights and they were in front and I can't remember what I'd done, but you're just like repositioning yourself and I just leant forward onto the horn and like proper blasted the police car in front.
Did they get out?
No, they didn't.
Did you just look around like, wasn't me?
I hand up and was just like, I'm so sorry. I went bright red. Like, there's only me in the car and I was still so embarrassed.
The usual ones when you get pupils and they say when there's a police car behind, oh my God, there's a police car behind. And you're like, okay, so what do you do in your spare time?
Yeah, what have you done?
Yeah.
Why are you so bothered?
Oh, right. We've got a couple more. Never have I ever reversed into a lamppost, lied to the parents about it, about how the damage happened, for the police to turn up the same night because I've been caught on CCTV.
I think I know that person.
Oh, do you?
I think so.
Who is it?
Yeah,
Is it you?
No, it's not me.
Okay.
It's not me. But I do know that person and that definitely happened.
Yeah. I think
Tell
you do
us.
know that person.
Mm-hmm. We were only like 17, 18.
Tell us, we'll beep it.
Will you not?
Definitely won't beep it.
Never have I ever put a McDonald's drink on the roof of my car, opened my car, drove off, and the drink came through the sunroof.
That's double unlucky if you've got a sunroof. I've done that loads though. Left something on the top of the car.
Yeah, drove off.
But not with the sunroof on.
No.
Yeah, I'll come through the top.
Funnily enough, we had that one 3 times, but like by 2 of them were by driving instructors as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how bad's that? And I think another one, so very similar to the drink. This is another driving instructor. Never have I ever left my keys on the roof and drove on the motorway, lost my keys and had to pay £1,200 for a new one.
Oh.
How bad's that?
That's a lot for a key.
Yeah.
Replacement keys are expensive.
I wonder if it was like a keyless one.
Francis, you would know.
Yeah, I've lost keys a few times.
Did you hear what I've just said? Maybe it was a keyless one. Obviously it wasn't. Got a key
Yeah.
to start the car.
Took the key out. That's it.
We stopped dropping and rolling on the motorway.
There must be so many good things that people lose on the motorway because you just can't stop and get them. I've lost so many L plates on motorways and dual carriageways. Yeah, they just fly off.
Yeah, I've lost my magnets off the side of my car on the motorway.
Have you?
Yeah. And then kind of discovered them about a month later and I was like, oh, there it is. But it's too late. I'm like, oh, can't go and get that now.
Do you know what we want? Comment, what's the best stuff or the worst stuff, if it's valuable, that you've lost on a motorway? Yeah. We're going to get some good stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've never lost a camera. because I have the GoPros mounted on top. I always have 2 GoPros on the top of the car. If they ever fell off, I would lose it. I'd be so mortified.
One of my pupils was on the way to Leeds Festival a few years ago, and they were all going in a minibus. And you know what everybody's like when they've had a drink and pull over at the side of the road, and all the lads got out and had a wee. They all got out of the minibus, but had to move the luggage to get out of the minibus. They all got back on the minibus and went to Leeds Fest, but they hadn't put the luggage back in.
Oh, they left it?
Yeah,
oh,
side of the road.
Imagine finding all that luggage at the side of the road.
I wonder if it's all right though, because we still had the drink.
Yeah, that's all you need, isn't it? I wonder if there's anyone who works for the highways and be able to tell us stuff they've actually found as well. That'd
you
be
sometimes see the little stories where people have lost a teddy bear, and like, have you seen that?
No.
Where they get found at the side of the road, and then they try and find their owner and they post them
That's
out on
really
social
cute.
media and try and reunite them.
See, I'd have to do a little series with that. The teddy bear.
The lost bear.
Yeah, the lost bear and his
Yeah.
little...
Like long lost families, but with bears.
Where the bear goes, like at school where you have to do bears. Where's the bear gone at the weekend? Oh, I hate that.
Just the side of the motorway.
We've got another Never Have I Ever... I can't speak. Never have I ever. But it's a voice note.
Oh, yes. Play it.
Should we play it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. This is going to be good.
Never have I ever reversed into a wheelie bin outside the side of my house only for it to knock down 12 other wheelie bins. Real wheelie bin dominoes.
What's that?
You imagine they just all went one by one. All the way down the street.
And they're noisy. You know, when wheelie bins go knocked over, it's proper noisy. All the neighbours are going to be like, oh, it's you again.
I wonder if he just left them.
I know, imagine just to go and stand them all back.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's brilliant.
Do you know what we haven't done for a while? We haven't done Confession Corner.
I feel like we need a little jingle for this part.
Sing us one, Kay. Nokia.
No, that's Nokia. What was that?
Hello.
Is anybody there?
Oh dear. Oh, that's made me laugh. Okay, so this one, we've had a confession sent in from a pupil. The way they've written is brilliant. Okay, so I had a few lessons when I was 18, but started training to be a nurse, so the driving was put on hold. Once I got my first job, I was determined to learn to drive. My dad found an instructor and paid for my lessons as a 21st birthday present. The first lesson was booked. A gorgeous sunny day. The instructor picked me up from my home and off we went to the local seaside. He said he would see what I remembered and see if I did okay, then I could drive home. He seemed really nice. An older man, dubious dress sense, strange hairstyle, but put me at ease straight away. I had a good feeling about the lesson ahead. Once I got the hang of the controls, off we went. I drove around the prom a couple of times, all good, we're off to a great start. We had no aircon then, because it was the good old days. He opened his window. Just as we're setting off, when the big gust of wind soared through the car, and off flew his toupee out the window.
Oh, that was not going where I thought it was going to go.
What did you do? He said nothing. I
British.
said nothing.
Just ignored it.
I looked in the rearview mirror and there it was lying in the car, in the road. In my mind, I was thinking, should we go back? Should I pull over? Should I mention it? Should I stop the car? Nope. We kept driving all the way home. We stopped outside the house, me desperate to get out. He said, did I want to book a lesson now? I calmly suggested, can you imagine? I calmly suggested I would check my work shift and give him a buzz. He said he'd look forward to hearing from me. I opened the front door, tripping over my own feet in desperation to get in as I fell in a heap of laughter on the hallway, crying. My dad asked how it all went. Like a breeze, I said.
Oh, yes. Do you know what that instructor did next? To retrace the route and went back to get his toupee.
Imagine just finding that in the road, though. You'd be like, what?
Some people might not know what a toupee is.
Tumbleweed.
So a toupee is like it's like a little wig, is it? Just sits on top
like
of your
a
head.
hair
Yeah.
piece.
Thank you very much for that one. That's brilliant. We want more. More confessions.
Oh, I've got one more.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. Somebody sent this in and said, my mum's mate Marie. Sorry, Marie, just answered you there. Was getting ready to go out for a posh lunch with the girls, and she was ready when she was ready, she got into the car outside the house, realised she'd forgotten something, so jumped out quickly to go back inside and grab it. Finally got on the road and we stopped at traffic lights. She was looking at her makeup in the mirror, fixing her lipstick, when she noticed something sitting in the back of the car seat, just chilling, looking back at her. What was it?
An animal, pet?
Some kind of animal, okay. What do you think it was?
I've got absolutely no idea.
Was it something
I
rude?
watch too many ghost programs on Netflix, and I'm like,
Imagine it was a ghost. It was a fox.
No way.
Fox
How would a
sitting
fox
in the
get in your
back.
car?
She screamed.
where did it need a lift to? Where was it going?
Imagine. She screamed so loud, jumped out of the car, flapping her arms, making no sense, swearing there's a fox in my car. The lights had gone green, but every single traffic light stopped and was just staring about this mad woman. The fox just came casually out of the car and runs off into a field.
Wow.
But how did it get in there?
Yeah, that's
When
what-
she'd gone back into the house to go and forget something, the fox had
Jumped
obviously
in the
got in the
window.
back of the car. How
Has
bad's that?
it?
Yeah.
If it just
I've
dodged
heard
it.
of spiders in the car and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but a fox.
Fly, bee. Oh, the worst one's a wasp. When the wasp flies in the car, yeah, game over. Like, we're pulling over.
I was doing a lesson with my pupil and we were in the car park on the seafront, and the car next to us, these two women just got out like screaming hysterically, and we were like, oh my God, what's just happened? It was just a wasp. But they'd left the kid in the back seat. And then it went on for ages, and we you can't help but look, and we were laughing, and then they saw that we had looked and laughed, and then we were like, do you know that bit awkward, like, oh, is everything all right?
To be fair, I don't think I'd be in the car long if there was a wasp. I would probably just get out. I'd stop, drop and roll. I'd be gone.
Last time we did driving icks. What makes you feel icky? So Fiat have done a survey and they've got behavioural icks. Some of these are really good. Some of them are silly, like tailgating. So if you see someone...
That is annoying.
Yeah, if you see someone tailgating, it's icky. Road rage. I got to admit, road rage is icky. When you see someone get really angry at the smallest thing because they're in the car, you feel really safe inside your metal box. It's just stupid. Stop being road ragey. But what about this one? Because I do this, and this is the 15th most icky driving behaviour. Filling up your car using gloves. Petrol gloves. What?
Yeah, that's a...
What? I do that.
The one with the little plastic gloves at the petrol station.
Yes.
Oh.
And even when there's no gloves in the petrol pump, I've got a little collection
Shut
in the bar. I do, so I can always use the
No,
gloves.
you have not.
Yes. You don't want petrol pump juice all over your hands after you filled up the car. That's going everywhere. You won't stop smelling for the whole day. Just touching the pump gives you pump juice on your hand. Okay, help me to feel validated. If you wear petrol gloves as well.
Petrol glove.
Pump gloves. Help me out.
Gloves.
You know, in the back bit of your seat where there's a little pocket, a little bit of a basket, and
Stop
it's
it.
just
Just full of
gloves.
full of pump gloves.
Mine's probably pump gloves. Do you know what though? I have been on lessons with a pupil, and we've filled up, and I've gone, oh, there's gloves there if you want to wear them, and they all go, no.
I always offer.
deal
I
with the
take
pump
people
juice.
to the petrol station to learn how to do it.
Yeah, I do.
I'll offer them one from the back seat. Have one of these, otherwise you'll get in the car again with petrol pumpy juicy hands and then touch my steering wheel, and then the car will stink for the rest of the day. No, we'll put the gloves on.
You've killed Kate.
It's not just me. We're going to have loads of people saying they use pump gloves for sure. So last time we talked about worst cars ever, and a few people were majorly triggered. I'm sorry for the things that I said. And
Are you though? Are
And
you
the
sorry though?
I'm sorry for what I said and how I feel about your car if you commented and hate me now. But I stand by it. If you've got a Duke
And a Micra.
or a Micra
And a
it's-
Clio.
it's icky. Or a Mini.
No, I thought we were going to talk about my Mini in a minute when we start talking about best cars ever.
Yeah, so we want to talk about, I'm going to try and redeem myself now and have some people like me, because we want to talk about the best cars ever, and not hypercars, not Lamborghinis, like cars you can realistically own. So Vicky, every time we discuss this topic,
My Mini.
Vicky says my
my
mini,
Mini.
but I'm sorry I've driven it. It's so bad. Trying to change gear is like trying to remove Arthur's sword from the stone. Legit.
Why do you think that though?
Like going into reverse gear. You have to do a sound effect to make it happen. Hiya. Even Scarlett couldn't get it to work. She was like, what is this? Why am I driving this complete mess of a car?
It's so rude.
Okay, I'm exaggerating for effect, of course, but
it is the best car in the world.
you can't say your Mini is the best car in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vicky's saying the Mini. What about you, Kate?
A Mini?
That's just to wind me up.
No, it's not. It's a Mini.
Why don't you have a Mini then?
Not a BMW Mini.
Oh, the old Mini, yeah.
Old.
Classic,
Francis.
The classic
Mini.
Mini Coopers before BMW took over and ruined the gearbox.
Yeah.
Like the one in yours, Vicky.
Your face.
Just, do you know what? I'm just really disappointed.
Oh, that's worse.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm not angry you hate my car. I'm just disappointed.
Just really disappointed.
Okay, I tell you what, it's visible. I like a car that's visible. It's massive, it's small and orange. It's massively visible. I can see you coming from miles off. But it's just not a lovely drive.
It's not your choice.
It's not my choice. But it's okay that it's your choice.
See, and I don't like the Mini from the previous episode because I had a bad experience with one, and that's just my experience that I've had a bad experience with it.
Yeah, I've had a bad experience with a Mini too.
There you go. See, I love the classic Austin Mini, so I had an Austin 1988 limited edition Mini.
Nice.
And when you were saying before about the smell of petrol, you smell of petrol all the time in it. It was so good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Leaky.
so good. But that was my favourite car. It was made the year I was born and everything. And I just loved it.
And we both know you're going to go not a Fiat 500 and a
Bath.
Bath.
Yes.
Fiat 500.
Best car that you can realistically own. Best car.
But have you owned one?
I'm going to.
You're going to. So how can you say it's the best car if you've never owned it yet?
Well,
Right, when you go to IKEA, what are you bringing home in a Bath? That's even smaller than my Mini.
when you go to IKEA, what do you need to bring home other than candles and pot plants?
How are you going to get your wardrobe in?
And meatballs.
Flat packed.
Flat pack, yeah.
Do you know when you go...
Oh my God, that'll be a good video. Let's all go to IKEA and see what we can fit in the back of our cars. You going in a bath, let's see what you're bringing home.
I love it when you go to IKEA and people push the massive trolleys out and they've got all sorts on, and then they get to the back of a Corsa, and you think there's no way, there is not a hope in hell that is going in there.
Kids in the front with the stuff over their head like that.
I came home from IKEA like that as a kid, like just the boot slightly open, and you just sat on top of whatever it is. It'd be like, hold the boot down, it'll be fine.
Oh God. Oh.
Okay, so I feel like people aren't really going to agree with us on our favourite cars. A lot of people might agree with Kate because the classic Mini, everybody loves that from the Italian Job film. Actually, that film's amazing. So it made the Mini really iconic.
Yeah.
Brand new Mini, don't know. Feel like people might love that. But
I think you'll find that thousands of people do, which is why there's mini garages everywhere.
okay, what we need is your help. Please help us out. How many people love Vicky's Mini? And we can insert a picture right here because we've all seen it on TV, so we know what it looks like. But if you haven't, then here it is. A Bath, classic Mini, new Mini, or if you've got your own suggestions, then let us know. What's the best car that you could realistically own? Let us know. And we might get some really interesting answers here. So, I know someone's going to send in. It's my Duke. Hello.
To be fair, though, when you pass your test, that whatever that car is, it doesn't matter what it is, whether you think it's a great car or a crap car, it's what it represents to you.
Yeah.
It's that freedom. It's that it's mine. I can go where I want and I can do what I want. So for your first car, does it massively matter what it is? Because it's just, you can drive and you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
If it's your first car, then yeah. When people get really nice cars for their first car, like an Audi or a BMW, I had a kid with a BMW X5 once, and that was his first car, and massive, yeah,
So
massive.
good. But then like it's the running costs and stuff as well, though, isn't it? Like if you get a brand new X5, like that's a lot of petrol that you're putting in. Even a tyre, that's a lot of money in servicing and
Right.
stuff. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Tyres are massive.
Yeah.
So for your first car, you do want something small and practical, but fun. Perhaps an
A Mini.
I can't wait for these suggestions. That was so much fun, guys.
It was fun.
Yeah. This is where YouTubers say, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can catch all of our videos in your face. And we'll see you on the next one.